What's up guys, Nomad Gaming here bringing you another episode of step-by-step builds here on my channel Nomad Gaming. So in today's video we are doing a build called Blossom Cottage. So it's still in Willow Creek because I'm still busy with Willow Creek. I've literally finished one neighborhood now in Willow Creek. I'm on to the second one, the one where the pancakes live. I think the pancakes live actually next door to this build that I'm busy doing here. So this build's actually going to be very bright and colorful, especially on the outside there's a lot of flowers, and then on the inside it's also done with a lot of color and a few little items of Japanese, Chinese type influence in the decor, because the family that I made to go into this cottage is two Japanese sisters, and I'm making a whole storyline with them, etc, etc. But you guys can download this. It is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can just search Blossom Cottage and you guys will see it there for you to download and have fun with and create your own storylines. And it does only have one bedroom, so my two Sims actually share a room, and it's got one ensuite bathroom. But it's fully furnished. You'll see in the build it's fully furnished. It's got everything. It's all, the living room, kitchen and dining room is all open plan, but it's got everything. So which is really awesome. I was actually surprised that I could fit everything into this build, because I thought I'm gonna not be able to have a living room, but I actually made one fit, and it doesn't look squished or like it shouldn't be there. It actually fits just perfectly. So, and then in the backyard to this build, it's just literally got another blossom tree and some little outdoor chairs underneath the blossom tree and a clothesline. So but there's no swimming pool or anything too hectic on the outside, because I just wanted to be a nice little simple build where the outside, the landscaping shows the beauty of the build, like a natural beauty, and then on the inside it's like just full of personality and color, and it's really great. So I actually end up changing these stairs. I had another whole vision in my head, because I've got two feature type walls on the outside of this build, where it's going to be brick. The build is going to be, on the outside it is painted with white paneling. So I wanted to have the brick stairs, but they just weren't working, so I end up deleting the brick stairs, as you can just see over there, and I just add a normal wooden, well, first I added the white brick, but I realized it wasn't going to work, so I just ended up adding the white wooden stairs, and then it actually looks much better with the build. So now I'm looking for a foundation. So I wanted to go with a brick foundation, but I first end up going with a white wooden panel one, as you can see over there, and it actually looked really nice once I wallpapered the outside of the house. But then I noticed, whilst I was building, the next door neighbors to this build, the pancakes, and a few of the other houses, all their houses were standing on brick foundations. So I thought, okay, let me try and make it match, so it matches the neighborhood. So I did change it to brick, but it just wasn't working. It just looked tacky. So I end up changing it back to the white paneling, and at the end of the build it actually looks really, really, really nice. So I'm just looking for a plain column to put. So I end up going with the ones from Cats and Dogs, because all the others either looked too vintage, like with the wooden ones especially, or they looked too modern, and it just wasn't going with this house. So I just went with the plain Cats and Dogs columns there, and it actually ends up working really well. The roof I keep with the same tiles, and I just add a little white trim around it. So as you can see, I'm just looking to see what I can use as a feature, but I end up just going for a nice brick. I think I used the brick from Realm of Magic. Yeah, that's right, Realm of Magic. So I make the bathroom outside wall, and just that little sort of outer space where I'm going to put in windows, I make that feature walls, and it actually looks really nice once the whole build has come together, and I've put it in the windows and etc. So you can see I've put in the brick foundations, but I end up taking it away because it looks really tacky and I don't like it. So that's basically the outer shell of the house without any landscaping at the moment. And then the first thing I do is I'm just gonna I'm going to add all the doors and windows that I want. So with the door, I went for this door from the movie stuff pack. I felt it would go really nice with this build because it's a nice white door, and it looks like it's got a nice little hand painted flower on it, and it goes together with the landscaping that I'm going to be putting in here. And also it goes with the furniture that I'm putting on the inside, because the door is painted. I think it's painted on either side, so I think from the inside you can also see the decoration or the painting on the door. So, but it ends up going really well with what I had with what I used to furnish. So with these windows, I do end up going for those long windows that you just saw there, the last windows that I put up. But I thought that there was another type of window that I've used before. Like in my head, I had a different picture for the windows to go there by that feature wall where the dining room is going to be, but I couldn't find it. So I thought either number one, I'm crazy, or number two, it is actually those ones that I actually used, and I just didn't remember that there was those ones. So either way, I'm a little bit crazy. So I end up going for that. So now all that the windows and all the doors are in, it's I'm just gonna do the roofing. I leave the roof pattern that's on there ready. Just like I said, add the little white roof trim. It just adds to the build really nicely. And then there with that accent wall is where all those tall windows are. I end up doing some hanging plants from the top there. That's why I didn't drag the roof over that, so I left it open like that on purpose. And here we go with the first sort of blossom willow tree. I think it's a really beautiful tree, and we've got some of them in our country in certain areas, and they're really beautiful trees. They leave a lot of mess on the ground because a lot of the little flowers fall off, but it still looks really beautiful. But I'm sure for the person to clean it, it's not going to be that fun. But anyway, just a little hedge on the outside. I don't add other hedges. I was going to, as you can see me going around the house, but I thought it's going to be too much and too overwhelming. I wanted the landscaping to be really light and colorful with like pinks and blues and stuff like that, because it just, those colors pop off the white the white wallpaper on the outside. And I do also add some orange and yellows as well regarding flowers. But the flowers the reason why I made it white is because the flowers that I put down, they actually draw your attention away from the entire house being white. You don't actually really notice it. It actually makes the house look bigger than it actually is, because when you're inside, you actually notice it's like a small little cottage. It's not a huge mansion, but the white with all the little accents of color on the outside actually makes the build look a lot bigger than it actually is. So I really liked making that sort of illusion. And then I just add a little bird bath underneath the blossom tree. I'm not sure if birds actually go to the bird baths in The Sims 4. I'm not too sure. Maybe you have to have cats and dogs. I don't know. Like, I have used a bird bath before, but I've never actually seen birds go to it. So I don't know if it's just for decoration or if birds actually go to it. I'm not sure. But in any way, it adds a little nice feature to the front of the house, just going along with this build. And now I'm just doing the washing line. I love adding these little like wildflowers and sort of like grass patches by the washing lines, that it looks like there's something happening. I don't know, for me it just makes it look better than just like a plain wooden washing line standing outside. I just find it looks really awesome, and I like it a lot. So here's those hanging flowers that I add to hang off the roof, which I think adds a nice little feature. I have used it on one of my other builds in the series as well, and since I've used it, I really like it. Especially it goes with these type of builds. So obviously I wouldn't use it in like the more modern type builds, because the landscaping would be a lot different. But when you're building like a suburban home, or like any home really that's got like a wooden paneling and stuff, I just find if you do a lot of these hanging hanging plants, it actually looks really awesome. So it just adds so much character to the build, which I really love. And I'm just adding these little colorful flowers on the outside of that curved sort of accent there. And I just find that that's where the dining room is going to be inside. I mean, when you look out, you see nice, beautiful flowers. It adds for a nice little view from the dining room. And we're going to be finishing up with the outside now and moving on to the inside. I'm just going to do the little front porch that's here. I'm just going to add a few little pot plants and some more decorations to those bedroom windows on the side there, on the right hand side. And I do add a little porch light just to, for nighttime when your Sims are coming home, there is some light outside. And it will, I think it will make it look nicer. So I just end up downsizing these because they looked a bit big and it didn't really look great when they were big, but I downsized them and they actually look really nice. And I do add a little welcoming mat as well. I just feel that it just finishes off the outside and it looks really great and not too cluttered, just the right amount of decoration on the outside. And now I'm just adding the little porch light. This one that I'm using now is actually one of my favorite lights to use in these type of builds. Obviously in a more modern build I wouldn't really use those, but for this type of build I really like it. So for the inside I do a light wooden floor in the living room and the bedroom. The bathroom I do a nice little pink tile because it's two girls that live here, and then I just end up doing a pink tiled wall on the bathroom. But the living area and the bedrooms all painted white. But you'll see why, because again the colors that I use in this build literally pop off the white wall, and it actually makes the space look larger. So that's why I did it, and it looks very bright inside. I was going for that because already now, as I'm building here, I don't have any lights yet. I put the saucer lights in after I do the kitchen, but I don't have any lights as yet. So as you can see, all the natural light that this build already has. So that's why I liked having the white wallpaper, because it just looks so bright and open. And I do end up adding I think one saucer light to just light up the room a bit more in this living space, one in the bedroom and one in the bathroom, and that's all the lights that you need. And I don't really add any other lights beside candles. I use that in the bedroom to just decorate in the bedroom. So the kitchen, I went with a white kitchen, and then I do add a few little decorations from that I can't remember what update it was, that moon, when we, like all the it was like very Chinese, Japanese influence. You got like even the few little clothes in Creator Sim, and so I don't know what it's called, but it's like this little item is like the year of the pig or whatever. So because in my build the two Sims that live here are Japanese, I decided to add it, and that's what I was talking about with a few little Japanese, Chinese inspiration on the decor there. I think it adds a little personal touch to the build, which I really enjoy. So not too much other clutter in the kitchen, because I left the one side completely open because the Sims obviously need a place to chop, or else they're gonna not be able to prepare food. They're gonna say that things are in the way, and we all know how irritating that is. So now I'm just adding the saucer lights in, so you can see before I added those lights, it was really bright here. You didn't even have to add them. I just added them obviously for nighttime. When it gets dark, obviously then the build's going to be completely dark. So, and I'm just looking for a rug to go in the kitchen there, but I decided to go for like a rectangle shaped one, because it just adds to that. It's enough for that space, where as a square one I think would have been too overwhelming and too big. So the little dining area that I make here with a little table, I just add 2 chairs because it's enough obviously for this build. I do add some curtains here in the dining room area and in the bedroom. So I use the curtains from the movie stuff pack, I think, because the other curtains that could have like really went well there, the color swatches that they had on the curtains were really horrible. So I just went with a plain beige colored curtain, because the ones that have color on them, it's either too much or it's like a weird random print, which I find really irritating, so I went with a plain color, and then I do add a little centerpiece, again going with that from that Japanese Chinese update, with the little decor there, and then I add this little this blue flower pot with a pink flowers on the outside, and then I add a little light blue rug to match, and I think it just adds the right amount of color to the little dining area. So the living area now, I realized I'd have to drag out this room by 1 square, which I end up doing because that actually allows me to have enough space. So I use this this TV stand. It's also from the movie stuff pack. I used it in my previous video, and I really actually liked it so much that I decided to use it. And yeah, it's actually got a mirror on the top, which I find really, really cool. It's so unique. I mean, I've never seen a table like that before, even in real life. So it's actually really cool to see it. So, and then I add a little, just a 2-seater chair, matching the color of the dining room chairs, obviously to stick with the color theme of the furniture, but like the decorations is what I use to add a lot of color. So you'll see that the rug I use, first I wanted to use this rug, okay, but then I thought it actually blends in with the couch, so it kind of like makes everything look flat. So then I was just going through the color swatches to see if there's something else I could use, but I thought, you know what, let me use the carpet from the movie day stuff pack, because it goes with the build, with the flowers and everything like that, and it adds so much color. And with the other little decorative items that I'm about to put into the living room area, actually that rug that I use complements it so well. So I just do a I was going to put a computer desk there, but it would have been too cluttered and not enough space, and I don't have the tiny living stuff pack, so I don't have, like, you know, the tiny furniture or anything like that. But I end up putting this bookcase there, and I do it at an angle, and then I add another little pig statue, and I just change the color. You'll see now I'm going to change the color, and then I add some flowers around it, and it actually looks really, really awesome. I actually end up liking it a lot for this build. It's not something that I use in all my builds, but for this specific build that I was doing, it actually worked really, really well. So I just add little flowers there, and I think I do another little flower pot also from the movie stuff pack, and just finishes off the room, that section of the room, really well. And then I'm just going to add a painting to the wall there, just to sort of break the white. And then I end up adding a little lamp from Cats and Dogs. So but it's something that it kind of looks like an animated type of look, so I thought it would actually go really well with this build to add to that little, you know, that Japanese type flair to the build. So I think it was really nice. And then I do add some bamboo to this build to once again add the Japanese Chinese influence. And that's about it for this section of the house. And now the bedroom, obviously the 2 Sims that I've put in this house, they are going to share a bedroom, so I add 2 single beds. And the Sims that I created, they are sisters, and they do everything. They're not twins, they're just normal sisters, but they kind of dress the same, just with different colors. So I decided to make the room to sort of match that. So they've got the same bed, just with different bedding. They've got, like, they both have posters above their bed, just different types of pictures, because their personality is a bit different. Like, the one's into fashion, and, you know, it's just adds so much personality. The family that I created is also on the Sims 4 gallery. You can search the Itos, so it's ITOS. It's actually, I googled Japanese surnames, and that was the one that I liked. And you'll see they are 2 female Sims, and one's got a yellow shirt with a black bow tie, and the other one's got a light blue shirt with a black bow tie. You guys can check, or you can just see it's created by me, Nomad Gamer 94. So you guys can download them and add them to this build if you want to, because it will just go with, you know, obviously the decor of the house. But I mean, you guys are obviously welcome to add your own sims or sim to the build and change it completely. But if you want to add my family to it, they are on the gallery. You guys can search that. So I add this wardrobe to the room, but I decided to just put it on this side of the wall so that it doesn't look too squished. I'm pretty sure your sims can still pass can still pass there to get to the bathroom. If not, I haven't tested it, I haven't played in this build yet. If not, you guys can just either delete the wardrobe or move it, but I'm pretty sure that's enough space for them to get through, because realistically you can get through there, but we all know the Sims don't really take things on a whole realistic platform. If they feel like they can't get through somewhere, then they're not gonna get through somewhere. So guys might just need to test that. Then I add these paintings that really add some more color to the room, just to go ahead with the theme. And I'm just gonna add some more paintings on the other side over the other bed. And over the other bed, you'll see I add a lot of stuff like this is a framed collectible fashion magazine, and then I add a little fashion poster over there, and I end up adding some more magazines with move objects cheat on that little bottom shelf of the side tables there. So I wanted to add like those Japanese invitation types or money cards, or I can't remember what they're actually called, but I end up adding more of those on top of the wardrobe. I just wanted some fashion magazines to be underneath the side tables there. I do it on both sides, and I'm just adding a few more decorations to the room. So a Siamese little cat there, a porcelain cat with some more magazines, and there are those little invitations or money cards that came with it updates quite a few months ago, maybe even last year, I can't really remember. And then just some perfume bottles, and then it's just the bathroom that I keep really simple. It's got a normal toilet, normal basin, and a shower, and that's about it. And so if you guys like this, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below, and also hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate your support. There are going to be screenshots at the end of this build as well, and you can also see the screenshots on my Instagram and on my Twitter page, Nomad Gaming 6. So don't forget to go over there and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. And I'll see you guys all in the next build, and we're just going to head to the screenshots, and hope you guys are all having a really awesome day and keeping safe still, and finding stuff to keep you guys occupied and having a fun time. So let's head straight to the screenshots here. There's a screenshot of the front of the house. I think it looks really, really beautiful. And then just another screenshot of the back of the house. Not too much going on at the back, just enough going on. And there's the kitchen, really, really nice kitchen. And then we're going to have a picture of the dining room. Such a little beautiful dining room, especially with the little view there of the garden outside. Then we have our colorful living room with a lot of colorful influence, and then just the 2 screenshots of the bedroom. So don't forget to leave a like, guys, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.